Hi everyone, welcome back to another Connecting and Creativity. I'm Alex, and this week we'll be making paper hyacinths. All right, let's get started. All right, so for this project, you will need a piece of green construction paper and a piece of construction paper of a color of your choice. This will be your petals, this will be your stem. And then you'll need glue. So if you have a glue stick, I would recommend using a glue stick, but if you have regular glue, that's totally fine. It'll work just the same. We will need a pen or a pencil, and then another pen or pencil that is completely the same around. So I have this colored pencil that is the same thickness all the way around. And then we'll need a ruler and a pair of scissors. All right, let's get started. Okay, so to start this project, we are going to start with the petal paper. And we need to cut a strip the long ways of your paper. So if you hold your paper up long way, we need a 2-inch strip of paper. So we can use our ruler to measure 2 inches. And I like to put the 2-inch mark, mark the 2-inch mark on my paper all the way down to make sure that it is the same length all the way down and I didn't accidentally curve it or anything like that. So I have a few marks on my paper so that I can use the ruler all the way down to create a solid line. So here's my line, and before we cut it out, I'm going to add one more line, and that will be where we cut our petals back, and that will be the line of where we want to end our cutting. So you'll see what that means in a few minutes. And I'm not going to have a set distance. Rather, I'm just going to kind of guess where I think I want them to end. So I have one line here, which is the line that we'll cut out, and then I have an inner line, which we will cut our petals to. So I'm going to cut out my 2-inch piece of paper. So here it is, and as you can see, it still has the other line on it. And that's because we're going to be cutting little strips up to that line. So we're going to try to keep the little cuts about the same distance apart. And we're going to bring our cuts all the way up to that line. And don't worry if they're exactly the same size. Just kind of try to guesstimate. All right, so at this point, I should have a bunch of petals cut out all the way up to our line. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the pencil or the tool that you're going to be using to curl your petals back. So like I said, I wanted to use something that was the same width all the way around. And that's different from my pen because you can see that there's like a little bit of a dip here. So I wanted to use one that was the same thickness. And you can curl these petals back one at a time, or I personally found that I can do 3 at a time. And it kind of just makes the process go a little bit faster. So you're going to, I've done 3 here, but to show you what you're doing, you are going to want to put your pencil at the very end and just wrap it around your, just wrap the petals around your pencil and curl all the way up until they cannot anymore. And I like to hold it there for a second to make sure that they stay curled, and it should look like this. And we're going to do that for all of these. So we're just curling our pieces of paper, our little petals, over our pencil and rolling them all the way up to the top. Perfect. And I have 3 more. And here's another 3. We're about halfway through. All right, there's another 3. We're almost there. And just rolling it back and forth to make sure that the curls stay in place. It gets a little harder at the end pieces. I'm not really too sure why. Perfect. And if you notice that some of them need a little extra love, a little extra curl, you can go back and kind of curl them again. All right, so here are our petals, and we're just going to put this off to the side. And we're going to get started on our leaves. Oh no, these ones came undone a little. Okay, perfect. All right, so for our leaves, we will once again be holding our piece of paper long ways and cutting a 2-inch strip again. So we're going to take our ruler, we're going to measure out 2 inches all the way from the top of our paper all the way down and kind of make little marks along the way. And draw our line. And then we can go ahead and cut our strip of green construction paper out. Like this. And then we're going to take our glue and we are going to put a semi-generous amount of glue along our green sheet of paper. And we want to make sure that we're really getting the ends and the corners. So I made sure that I have a lot on the corners and some throughout. And then we're going to be curling our stem diagonally. So we're going to start at one corner and begin rolling our piece of green paper. And it should look like this. Now we're going to wait a few seconds for it to dry. And while we're waiting for this to dry, we can put this off to the side and start on our leaves. So again, with our green sheet of paper, we are going to cut out a rectangle that is 3 inches wide by 2 inches tall. So a 3 by 2 piece of green paper. So I'm going to mark my 3 inches this way and this, and then I'm going to mark my 2 inches from the bottom. And then I can just connect my dots. And then I can cut out this sheet of paper. And then with this little 3 by 2 sheet of paper, we're going to fold it accordion style. So we're going to fold up, and then we're going to fold back the same width, and fold up, and then fold back. So it should be a little accordion. So we fold forward, and then backward, and then forward, and then backward, so that we have an accordion. And then with the accordion closed, you are going to, and I'll just mark the line. You don't have to mark the line. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. But this diagonal line here, we are going to cut across it. So like this. And that way when it opens up, it looks like little leaves that we can wrap around our stem. So at this point, our stem should be pretty dry, and now we can start adding our petals. And you're going to want to take your petal sheet and flip it around so that the curls are on the other side, and put a line of glue down. Like so. And then we're going to take our stem and we are going to start wrapping our petals around our stem. And this is why I prefer a glue stick, because your hands are definitely going to get very gluey as we continue wrapping it around. And this part is a little tricky. And then we're just going to press and hold while it dries. And then I'm going to take my leaves and I'm going to put some glue at the bottom part and wrap that around as well. And again, I'm just going to press and hold, and I'm going to pull my leaves down a little. And add a little bit of glue at the end point. All right, and so there are our paper flowers. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I will see you next week for another Connecting with Creativity. Bye.